All right, so today we'll start off with DraftKings. I had one of my best nights in a while, and you can see. So I put in four teams, and each one of my four teams cashed in the main tournament that I play in every day. And then the one that I ran was my worst lineup, and I'll show you why. And I still made tons of money, relatively, with my worst lineup out there. And mainly it's because Amir Johnson did not do well. Seven. I mean, I'm surprised that didn't sink me. And yeah, I was set up to be so good because he got the start. I didn't even know he was starting. I just thought he was going to be maybe the seventh man off the bench. But Amir Johnson got the start, and still just did not do well. Also, if I could take one thing back, it's putting in Jared Bayless over the point guard of the 76ers, TJ McCollum. He wasn't even on my radar, but here's why he should have been. Isaiah Cannon has been putting up decent numbers, and I've seen him play, and he's terrible. He can't shoot. He's not fast. He's just like a bowling ball. He turns, but he's not a good player. So I should have known when they had a new guy playing point guard, they would be pretty decent. And TJ McCollum got like 34, 35 fantasy points last game. So, I let that one slip through the cracks. My best team there was the one with Aaron Gordon. I mean, Aaron Gordon finally blew it up. He was there at crunch time down the stretch, and then that game went into overtime, which I don't know if it helped me all that much because I didn't have Harden, and Harden, did a lot in overtime. And Marcus Thornton didn't play in the overtime. They had Corey Brewer in ahead of him, which probably cost me maybe 5 to 8 points there with the last maybe 6 minutes of the fourth quarter, and then overtime. Thornton probably would have gotten, who knows, 5, 6, 8 points. So other than that, I mean, I even expected maybe 10 more points out of Westbrook, a little bit more out of Blake Griffin, and then Steph Curry got into foul trouble and only played 2 or 3 minutes in the first quarter. So I just think of how much better I could have done money wise. And this game, 108, 112, it almost went into overtime. So that was exciting to watch. I kind of wasn't winning any money until the last game of the night here. So that's always exciting when you think you're going to lose a few $100 and end up winning a few $100. So a little bit of a risky lineup tonight, but all my guys, did well. So I'm going to stick with that theme. People call it the Stars and Scrubs theme. So what I have for tonight is I have Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum at the point guards. And so I saw the game last night, and here's what reminded me of. Damian Lillard reminds me of John Wall. CJ McCollum reminds me of Gilbert Arenas in his prime. I mean, just imagine the two of them playing together, and they're the only scorers on that team. So I was pretty impressed, and just the shots that CJ McCollum puts up just reminded me of Gilbert Arenas. That he'll shoot it from anywhere and make it. And then Lillard, similar to John Wall, just fast guy, can create his own shot and everything. Then I went with Dwayne Wayne, and I'll get back to that in a little bit. I hate monitoring guys to make sure he plays. He's not injured. He just has migraines. The migraines were 2 days ago in the last game. So, I mean, migraine isn't, a sprained ankle or a shoulder or a back issue, something like that. It's a migraine. I mean, he's either going to be 100% or he's not. So I hate having to watch and just to make sure he's in the lineup, or worse, he plays the first quarter and then the migraines come back. But I'll show you why I picked Dwayne Wade in a minute. And then I have Whiteside there. I think Whiteside is going back to what he was last year, which is pretty good. I think he's learning to play with Bosh and Dwayne Wade. They don't even need to run him plays for him to get rebounds, blocks, and points. I mean, he can just do it on his own. Then my three picks that I like for value here, J.J. Hickson. I don't know why he wasn't starting in the first place. Maybe they like the more offense or the more kind of running up and down with the European guys that they have. But both those guys are injured, which happens a lot. So J.J. Hickson, I saw him play well last year, and I've seen him play well this year. So I went with him. And then Harkless, again, I saw him play last year, and I was like, okay, this guy's a little bit of a spark plug. And then I saw him play this year as well. Also want to monitor to make sure that Myers Leonard isn't playing, because they have Harkless at, I think, either the 4 or 5 spot. And Plumlee came out of nowhere to do well last night. I thought about him, but I don't want to chase yesterday's points. And I've seen Plumlee play last year too, and he had a couple good games against the Wizards. But I have Harkless in there. I mean, he's a minimum guy, so he only needs to get you, 18 points or so to have a good value. And if he's playing, 26 minutes or whatever he's playing, he played, what's he playing here? Yeah, 29 minutes, and even when he played 17, 11.5 isn't that good. But, if he can just get you 18 points, he only put up 6 shots. He was getting rebounds last night. I've seen him play, and against Memphis without Paul Gasol, um, I'm hoping he does pretty well there too. Now, I went with Westbrook. Now, here's what I wanted to do. I wanted Jimmy Butler at shooting guard. So but I was $600 over. So if Dwayne Wade, can't play or something's up or he's not starting or any kind of shadiness there, I'm gonna sub out Dwayne Wade for Jimmy Butler, and I'm gonna put in Kevin Durant and just hope Kevin Durant gets his bulk of the points and Westbrook doesn't hog the ball too much. So that's the one thing with injuries and Dwayne Wade and guys over 30 that are banged up and whatnot. You just got to monitor that around 6:30 and just hopefully you're not you buy your phone at 6:30 or whatever can make those changes. So had a good night last night. Sticking with the same strategy. I don't think any of my three kind of minimum spread guys will hurt you too much. So good luck. Let me know how you do.